Hello, Twitch. How we doing out there today? Oh, hey. I'm supposed to start now. Welcome in, everyone. Glad to see everyone in chat early. We got beef today. I apologize for missing yesterday. Making that up today here. Got a nice little window AC unit over there, which was a fun little project to fix up and put together. But now we got beef. We got lots of beef. Lots and lots of beef. Got a full inventory list and everything, which is sort of awesome. I have a list here with everything I have all right. Ready to go. I did not expect it all to be frozen. This cow was harvested 22 days ago, and it was, according to the butcher, dry aged 21 days, and it's frozen. Solid. So, someone's fudging numbers somewhere. It's right there. I mean, if they're wheeling and dealing and really pushing, there's a possibility that they froze this. I don't know that this really aged 21 days. Yeah. They do I mean, it's harvest season. It's spring. But they do have, on top of their normal setup there, this is really, these guys here, Willside, are basically the only game in town, as far as I know, for butchering on farm. And so they actually went out to the farm, butchered this animal on the farm, took it back to their facility, and then broke it down into these parts. Dry aged it. Well, they probably dry aged it whole. Broke it down into parts, and then I picked it up. All within, I would say, easily within 50 miles. I could do the actual whole list. But yeah, we've got all sorts of lovely things here. We've got, let's go through this whole list here. Give you a look at what all we got. I've got one of these defrosting for dinner tonight, actually. Not in love with the fact that they chopped up my filet for me. I would have loved to have cut up my own filet mignon. But we've got here what looks like the tail end. We got what are maybe two centerpieces here. Yeah, this is towards the end. This is maybe a middle piece. So we got those. I'm going to go through one box and then I'm going to go through the other one. Got a whole brisket, which, yeah. I don't really have plans for any of this yet, so, I mean, it immediately comes to, ideas come to mind, but I also don't want to promise people things. I got 4 packages of beef stew. These all look decent, at least 1 pound packages or so of stew for future things. Sort of wish I had a little more stew. I don't know how it breaks out with the actual cow, but I wish I had a bit more stew meat and a bit less ground. Swiss steaks. Good for breakfast time or something. Got a whole beef rump roast. Got our flat meat. Got a whole bunch of ground beef here. I assume most of this, yeah, this is all just packages of ground beef underneath here. Got a heart. I don't know if that's a whole heart or... I would think that's maybe like a quarter of the heart, because beef heart's larger than that. And liver. So we'll have to do some beef liver cooking here in the future too. And a small package of what looks like bones. So not a ton of stock making here, but yeah. Wish I had more bones in that pack. Yeah, you're right. That is a small brisket. A lot of this is cut down sizes I'm not in love with. As I was starting to say, they're really the only people in town that do this. So while, on one hand, I greatly appreciate that they do this, I sort of wish they did a better job of this. Ossobuco. This will be a nice couple of dinners here. We got 2 big packs of these. Could be 2 nice big dinners. Actually, I should probably go to that right there. Yeah, that'll be a little bit better view for everyone. So we got ossobuco bones, or ossobuco meat. We've got New York's galore. We got New York. I think there's another one of those floating around here. There it is. I buried it already looking at this. So, nice. Nice looking New York. Chuck roast. Maybe have to do a couple of these roasts whole, just to see what we can do. A couple of these things. I'm not going to grind them up. I'm not going to turn them into more ground. I've got enough ground as it is. These chuck roast. Yeah. Beef ribeyes. The ribeyes are looking sort of small to me too. Maybe it was just a small cow, but I need to look that up. Can someone look up, what's the average, oh, that's the problem with who I'm ordering from, too. This is all organic. This was all pasture raised. It was, and it's all heritage. And so, it's not straight normal Angus. So we're not comparing an Angus, which is going to have a different weight and different marbling, to this one. And I've got a big bug in the house now. Lovely. Let's see what else we got hidden down here. The sirloin tip roast. Get an extra weight on that one. That's looking for a small for a tri-tip, but it might be cut into pieces. Yeah. These are actually, yeah. Tip steaks and tri-tip. Short ribs. Gonna have to do a... Wow, I wish they had packed these up shorter in smaller amounts. Like, that's like gonna have to be a weekend project for me instead of... I wish this was at least 2 packages. Because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least probably 7 or 8 in there. But I love short rib, so that's cool that we get a ton of short rib. We get some more stew meat here. Or no, this is neck bones. I'm not even sure what to do with that, if that's all... Yeah. I haven't done neck bones before. I'm not sure. Well, that's something I have to study up on. Rib steaks. Looking like a beef pork chop. Bottom round roast. I'm probably going to redo all their tying too. So that's all the beef. We got the beef. Oh, nope, these were down there. There's no way I'm packing this back as elegantly as it was before. Sirloin steaks. I'm sort of tempted to... Yeah, I'm going to keep the neck bones out of this. Put that with this one, because this has the other bones. Depending on how I want to use those. If I can turn those into an interesting dish, just to try sometime, I'm going to do that. But if they're just stock fodder, I'm going to leave them with the other bones. Okay, time to put this all in the freezer now. Hi there. I don't know if they're gonna fit in there in that direction. That was a worse mess than I anticipated. There we go. Now, which one do we put on the bottom? I think I'm actually going to put this one on the bottom. It's got the fillets in there, but it's got the bones, it's got the heart, it's got some of the more complex projects. Stop. That is my timer on my yerba mate, which I'm drinking instead of coffee tonight. These last couple, yesterday and today, man, this killed my back. Just destroyed my back. Well, pretty up the freezer a little bit later here. Any questions, any suggestions, anything anyone has to absolutely see me try? Now that they've seen that cut of meat and you want to try something, see something looked at, done that way? Not making any promises, but I'm open to suggestions. Steak au poivre? That can certainly happen. It's not going to happen tonight, especially since I'm doing, I mean, you can do it with filet. I guess I do filet mignon au poivre too, but I typically think of that as more like a New York. We got, let's see here, got 4 bone-in New Yorks. I don't know if those were really bone-in, though. Might have just... I don't know. I'm not 100% trusting that this all came from one cow right now, if you get my drift. Let's see here. Tri-tip we're going to have to probably marinate and do something funky with. Tri-tip's sort of one of the least flavorful cuts. People seem to love tri-tip, but it's just, there's no fat there. There's nothing to give it any flavor. That's why they're always marinated. Yeah, a lot of good stuff there. I didn't get any skirt, which... I always wish you can get a little skirt steak, but no. Cool. So we're doing potatoes and filet mignon and purple asparagus tonight. start by cutting our taters. Nice golden taters. These are from the farmer's market. Gonna do some mashed potatoes tonight. Garlic, and hope I have some. I think I've got a little bit of horseradish still around the house. Well, make a decision. Went to the farmer's market and didn't bring any cash with me today. I brought the check for the beef, but I didn't bring any spare cash, and I was planning on picking up some things for pickling day tomorrow. And I guess I'm going to have to go to a different farmer's market here tomorrow. And then I like leaving the skin on for my mashed potatoes, but I also like cutting my potatoes relatively small so there's not giant pieces of skin. Also means it cooks a little bit quicker. Actually, no, that may not be true. Felt sort of hollow going through that. Was worried that it was diseased potato or something. So the beef was just a little bit of a... I mean, I'm happy to have it. glad to have it all put away. But I was expecting at least some of that to be, like I was saying, I wasn't expecting it all to be completely packaged, completely frozen. And I can understand some of it being law where they have to make sure that it's not being resold. Hey, Rhino. You missed it. I put it away already. But I got lots of beef. Lots of beef. Lots of beef. So we're defrosting one of the fillets. Or I've defrosted one of the fillets at this point. Just to enjoy for tonight. Went through and looked at all the individual pieces. I was saying before that I sort of wished it was still defrosted, but it is all frozen already, so I don't have to worry about wasting that electricity. How nice of them. We can get rid of that. Yeah, it's not. I do wish it was, though. But, one, when it comes to cattle shares, you do typically break them down like this, down into individual parts, so that, because getting the forequarter or the rear quarter is limits what you're getting. That way you get a little bit of everything. I do sort of wish, but I was saying before, I wish I could have gotten at least a couple, like, primal cuts or something, but it was all broken down. The, even the fillets were broken down, which I can break down to Pismo, no problem. Not that they would label it as a Pismo, but anyways, water. And heat. But no, it wasn't like when I got it with the pig. I didn't have a pig to break down here. I'm gonna have to get myself probably another half pig here sometime too, but it was all received, packed for me, not for sale, with the weights missing on basically all of it, because they were too lazy to fill them all out. But, yeah, I wish I could have broken this down, because I would have broken this down a little bit different. Probably would have taken a little bit more of the chain off of that. So, we'll see. We'll see how it looks when we pull it out of the bag, which is why we have the cutting board there now. Yeah, so, yeah, I wish I could have cleaned up that fillet, because, wow, eesh, that's, you can see both sides of that steak. You shouldn't be able to do that. and is if I were doing the whole tenderloin, I would clean all of this. This is giving you a whole bunch more of, that's your steak tips there. This is also where all your connective tissue and all that stuff is. So I mean, yeah, this should not be left on. There's a fillet. Maybe even with this off. I don't know if I want to take that off or not. But that's nice steak tip. This is a nice steak tip. This has got too much connective. We're going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. And this, let's make sure we don't get any nastiness in there. Yeah. We'll use that for greasing up our pan. Turn the fan on there. Apologize. Actually, no, I don't want the fan on. I have AC now. I don't want to pull all the air out of here. It's nice and cool in here right now. Got to think about everything now differently because I'm coasting with it off during the stream because I think it's going to probably be too noisy. I didn't even try leaving it on. But, yeah, it's nice in here today. I think the only reason I got a little bit of a sweat buildup today is because I been hefting around boxes all over the place. Enjoy, Obi. Yeah, I'll be chatting with Obi probably for the Formula 1 stream tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. Like, I think it's 6 a.m. Pacific time. $104, wow. It's not nearly that warm here today. Yeah, it's only 76 here. Ouch. It'd be hot up north. Okay, so we don't got our lights on. You can't see anything back here. Got our potatoes cooking. Let's pull out some asparagus. Big boys. I've said before, I don't like big asparagus like this. Unless it's going to be tender. I'm making the exception because it's purple. It's cool. Oops, let's keep the nice rubber bands. Getting a rubber band collection going here. I should throw this one out, but... just from cooking at home. Oh, that's a big boy. Like, that's not even going to be tender until, like, here. Even them were... got a pretty good stem in there. some of these I'm just gonna peel down like this one. Nope, that's too woody too. Might have to make some asparagus soup here for steak and some other night with all these leftovers. I think we're just going to do the tips on all these. Yeah. That one's already chopped off for us. And yeah, that's like feeling the piece of a piece of wood. Yep, we're definitely making asparagus soup. And maybe we'll leave a couple of these for the soup for a future project. The rest of these we'll use for dinner tonight. Okay, I think this song needs to go from the list. Hey, Fwa. Wow. Hi, Facepawn. Ponin. Ponin. What's the brew? I'm going to be opening up that in a little bit here. That is a bottle of... Is it the strawberry? Yes, the strawberry Mellow Mel that I... brewed here on stream. Well, on Mixer. Like... December last year? December the year before? The tall boy can is yerba mate, which blueberry flavored yerba mate. Beginning a stream caffeine boost. So these, I'm debating what I want to do with these. Sort of want to add some acid with them because it's going to help with the color. Besides that, yeah, let's... Anchovy, no thank you. I mean, I do love MSG, but... Nah, I don't do a lot of fish here. We're going to give these a little bit of a marinade. I thought I had a lemon kicking around here somewhere. Well, no, I got a lime. There it is. We'll do some citrus. We'll do both the lime and the lemon. Well, Dijon's definitely possible in this house. Parsley, too much work. Doesn't taste that good. Oh, I get... They're just not very talkative. I appreciate all of them. They came in here for me showing off all my meat. Started off stream showing off. I just picked up a quarter cow, and so I've got all these goodies that I just put in the freezer. I'm gonna got a fillet over here on the counter that I'm gonna do tonight. Not my butchering, but fillet. Because if you notice that that's sort of narrow at the top and sort of fat at the bottom. They got all sorts of new things to try in the future here. I'm looking forward to those ossobuco bones. Also looking forward to all those short ribs. Gonna have to be creative with a couple of those roasts. Healthy dose of salt. Fair amount of cracked pepper. Yeah, let's do a little mustard too. I'll take your recommendation on that. But I'm also going to do a little olive oil. Taking the recommendations of people that I already took off. Not a lot of mustard, just a bit of it. Just a little bite. I do still have it. I wonder if that's any good. Sort of doubt it is. Why am I trying to put my olive oil in the fridge. That don't go there. A little dried thyme. So there is our asparagus ready to go for when we're cooking. Potatoes, we need to get some garlic going with those potatoes. I actually thought about chimichurri for tonight, but yeah. Anyone new in here, this is a little bit of a thrown together dinner tonight, both because of getting the beef in last minute, and typically I stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Not on Saturday. And that's because I missed yesterday. So we're making yesterday up by streaming an extra day today. So I'll be back tomorrow doing a whole bunch of pickling. We're doing pickling day tomorrow. And gonna have to try and find some goodies at the farmer's market early in the day tomorrow. Hopefully before it gets sunny and hot out there. Hopefully we don't have another 90 plus day or 100 plus day, much less, but thankfully it doesn't. We'll get a couple of 100 days here, but it's usually like a couple. It's becoming more and more. Dragged my knife there, just wanted to make me shudder as I dragged that across my board. I heard it like every. Not what I wanted to do. Poor knife. My poor knife. I finished my caffeine. Why don't we open up our meat here and see what we got here for our strawberry mellow mel, which, as I was saying before, I started this in October 2019, bottled beginning of last year. And bottle openers over here. Little bit of a hiss there. You might have, strawberry on strawberry. Loving the smell of that. Oh, it's gotten a little darker too. That was a beautiful golden red before, and now we're getting a little more rosy. This is the second bottle of this I opened. I still have two more, at least, maybe two or three. That is looking gorgeous to me. Let's go see, did I even start? I did not start Stream Raiders tonight. Bad Jason. Let's do a Stream Raider battle here. We got a boss level. Yeah, let's go up here actually. Oh, it just smells of just pure strawberry, like mash your face in strawberries. This is what this smells like. It's amazing. Ooh, nice and dry too. No real bite to it. No tannins or anything really going on there. I mean, we're mead, so we're not going to get all those outer grape tannins. But could have gotten some from the strawberry. Does have a little bit of a bitter note to it. I noticed it there with a little bit of a larger sip. We'll have to see how this aerates. Not in love with that bitter note. I'm okay with it though. I'm actually, I wasn't. I think it's gonna be all right. I think it was just hit me once there and be okay with the rest. Other wine news. I found a new vineyard to go check out and went and checked out another vineyard today. So, I have a couple of Harvest Moon wines now of Zin. This stuff is funky. I like it a lot. It's got a lot of light citrus to it. But it's also got some of that. It's definitely got the pepper notes. And a little of that craziness that you get from Zinfandel. This place is all about their Zinfandels. I got two other Zins from them that we're going to have to try with beef coming up here. They're same grapes from their main vineyard. Like, this is a small family. Well, they build themselves as a small family. I think they're a supermarket wine at the same time. But the Zinfandels I got are their estate Zinfandels, which are not the ones you're going to find in the store. And got a 2014 and a 2018. So, same grapes, 4 years apart. And actually, 2018, you'll have a big fire in between them, too. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. It's not wine, but it's certainly strawberry and, oh, yeah. It's almost a little fake strawberry. It's so strawberry. I'm not going to worry about the oil or lemon juice in there. We're going to put that with our potatoes. We're going to need some, which are now boiling. Nice. Need some half and half. Got new half and half. No cream cheese here tonight. Butter. Should have seen this video of the mashed potatoes they did for the Bocuse d'Or. Oh my good lord, how much butter did they put in those potatoes? I mean, it was like equal by weight or close to. I mean, it was ridiculous. But anyone who is not familiar with the Bocuse d'Or, I hope you check it out. It's happening this coming weekend, not right now. And is some amazing international foods. I mean, it's the Olympics of cuisine, basically. But I forget who it was. One of the countries actually put out a training video on YouTube that was showing the steps for their beef and their fish dishes. And it's like a 20-25 minute video, and it's like quick steps. It's not like, okay, you do this and then flash to the next scene, quick cut to the next scene. You know, it's they take all of the time out of it whatsoever, and it's still that long. It's just all instructions. Oh, fresh strawberries. Wish I knew an absolute strawberry nut to give that to. So, bottle of this would be quite nice to the right person. See how our potatoes are looking here. We need to dry this steak off a bit. salt, MSG, and pepper. We're going to be grinding pepper here for a moment because we need pepper for our potatoes. Go along with that, I'm going to do a little nutmeg in there. Onion and garlic powder. And our fresh garlic and the remnants of the marinade for the asparagus. You cut the heat on the potatoes. Give them a quick strain. Back into the pan. Okay, now we need a fan. And all of our goodness in there. Okay, so our potatoes are ready. I'm going to give those a little bit more of a mash up before we're done, but I want to keep them warm, keep them happy. So that we're going to put them off to the side there. Put a plate over the top to keep the steam in and keep them warm. We need to get our other stuff going here. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I don't know if I'm happy with that and having to store it for a year, but I'm happy with that. I think that came along nicely, maybe with a little bit of extra heat here in my previously un-air-conditioned home. "14 minutes, get units on the battlefield" for that boss map. Bit more oil in the pan over here. I'm more or less going to fry these asparagus because they are purple asparagus. I can grill them. I can get the grill plate out and grill them and keep that nice purple color. I'm risking losing the purple color here, and I'm just going to put them in the pan with a ton of heat and try and cook them really quick. I'm going to take the fat that I cut up from the steak, throw that in the pan in here to start melting down and heating over with the pan and trying to get the pan a little bit more even heat. Continuing to try and dry out this piece of meat as much as possible before I get going here. Welcome, Panda. Thank you for that, host. Welcome. Not quite sure why my raid alert didn't go off there, but welcome in, everyone. There we go. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for that follow. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Pandas Hut. Thank you, Luxapoon, for the follows. Appreciate everyone joining us. I am cooking a sort of quick dinner tonight. I just bought a quarter of a cow, quarter of a steak, quarter of a cow, quarter of a steer. And beginning of the stream, if you want to scroll back to the VOD, I went through and showed all the different pieces I got. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to receive it. I was thinking I was going to get it dry. It's been dry aged 21 days, but I thought I was going to get it. Make sure we aren't creating any fires back here. Thought I was going to get it raw, fresh. Even though it had been aged 21 days. I got it all frozen, even though it's been like 22 days since it was harvested. So it was all broken down, and I've got all individual pieces, and that's all in the freezer there. So we're doing a quick dinner tonight after going through everything that I bought and put in the freezer there. I got 2 giant boxes of meat that I went through earlier. cooking myself up a filet mignon. On the stove back here, we've got some mashed potatoes underneath this plate. We got some beef fat over here heating up in this pan. Just rendering out so that we have beef fat for our tenderloin. And in this pan, I was heating up some oil to do our asparagus. I've got some beautiful purple asparagus, even though it's quite large in the scale of asparagus, quite thick. Having to reserve probably most of them. I mean, these were all out, that long. And I chopped the tops down and going to probably gonna have to create a soup out of the rest of it because it's gonna be too woody, too heavy. It'll still be good flavor. But if anyone's in here curious about the beef that I got, I live in Sonoma County, California, and that whole quarter cow was raised in this county, was raised on organic pasture, and was harvested on the farm. And then I bought it directly from the butcher shop, all within the county, all within probably about 50 miles. It's probably the most ecologically sound way that you can find to get beef these days. Environmentally, ecologically. It's just... And with the way that the laws and the big guys have cut down on actual butchery, it's almost hard to buy local custom meats unless you're buying like a quarter or a half of a steer. So it's an investment, but it's the way you're going to get the best beef that you can, cheapest way you can. Also, anyone new to the stream out there, I've previously butchered essentially a whole pig here on stream. I bought 2 halves, so other than the head and the offal, I've broken down a whole pig here on stream. I've eaten all that. That was actually about a year ago right now. That was back Mixer days. Now here on Twitch. And yes, I'm drinking my own mead that I brewed myself on stream here. This is a wild strawberry mellow or a honey and strawberry mead. A mellow is a mead that's been fermented with fruit. A mead being a classic straight mead is nothing but honey, water, and yeast, and time, and a secure growing location. This has got the strawberries, and the strawberries were a part of the fermentation. So, it's mellow. And so we got this beautiful golden color to golden rose color. And it just, nothing but pure strawberry. I mean, it smells like a glass of strawberry seeds. Okay, so heat back on over here. Now we got our pans nice and warm. Starting to get some nice smoke over here on the one that I'm planning to use for the asparagus. Asparagus has already been marinating, I guess. Maybe about 30 minutes here in lemon and lime juice. Little Dijon, salt, pepper, and olive oil. Went high acid on purpose because the acid is going to be my best bet to try and save some of that purple color as we cook these. They're most likely going to turn green on me. Got full heat going to that steak pan now. Last 5 minutes to get units on the battlefield for Stream Raiders. There was salt in the marinade, but might as well hit these with a little bit of salt on their own. See, they're turning green. Oops, sorry for banging the sink. I'm going to pull it off first. Pull this asparagus off. Still got heat going on that pan though, because we're going to put all of this marinade in there. Cut the heat on that entirely. Let's season up our steak and add that in there. So how is everyone out there? We sort of got busy cooking and stopped talking. I think we need a refill on that glass. And additionally, we're going to take this, wipe off that top edge. I cut the flame there for a moment because that flame was trying to dance. he was trying to jump the pan. I actually feel compelled to sear that side too. And I'm going to do that before I show you this gorgeous side of this other piece of steak. Now start sneaking until you get a little corner looky-loo at that steak. Battle will happen after the steak. Okay, battle. Victory. Chick-chonchio helping us out with those kills. Entropy getting the scroll. Thank you for that follow. Boss defeated. But I think we're going to call it a night there for that. Because our steak's just about done here. I'm actually thinking... I'm going to toss this in a reduced sauce over here. Get the plate to wipe off. Not that it was particularly unmarred to begin with, but heat is off over here. that's just still carryover cooking. Got our mashed potatoes. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. So let's start with some taters here. Nice honking pile of mashed potatoes there. Grab our steak. Let's do asparagus first. Thank you for that sub. I appreciate that. So we got our steak. Not exactly the largest steak in the world, but it'll do nicely. Pour a little bit of that liquid over the top, that butter. Get a clean on our knife here. Brief clean just for the photos. Let's see what we got for photos here tonight. Let's include the bottle since this is Mellow Mel that I brewed on stream. Cool. So we got photos through the Discord and the Instagram, all that good stuff. Also have, oh, not the battle. We want to go to Discord here now. For anyone who's new into the stream here. Let's see, let's hope that's showing up. I don't think it is. It is not. Let's fix that. There we go. So Discord, we have our weekly ingredient challenge. our vote going right now between Munster cheese, which that's not Munster, but you get the idea, it's cheese, versus chanterelle mushrooms. Whoever wins that vote, whichever ones wins that vote by Monday, I'm going to have to cook with on Wednesday. I'm going to have to turn it into dinner and dessert, so both savory and sweet. Usually do 3-4 different recipes using it as an ingredient. And welcome you all to join into the Discord and to make your own votes. You're welcome to make your own suggestions as well. We got guidelines up here at the top. But otherwise, you're welcome to make your own suggestions. The suggestions with the most votes then go to the weekly vote and such. But we also got our normal walk-in here for our Discord, where I was telling everyone I got my quarter steer earlier today. We got some new food picks here. Obaith doing, he was in here earlier. I think he's asleep now. But doing some drinking and eating, planning for tomorrow's Formula 1 race. But he's off on the other coast, so it's early morning for him. But you can see my past food photos here, my past streams. I do stream here 3 nights a week. Let's see who we can give a raid to tonight, because I'm going to go and enjoy this on my own. I apologize, I'm not going to sit here and eat that deliciousness in front of you. Oh, let's see who we can give a raid to. Early night raid to. Saturday too. We may have someone new we can raid here on Saturday. Oh, that's a good one. Is he on tonight? I do not see him yet. Surprise! Normally on this time tonight. Maybe it's a little early. Anyways, let's see. Let's give a... Not sure who I want to share things off here with. Let's give this a refresh. Make sure we're looking at the right thing here. See, that went and changed everything again. Why is this page not properly refreshed for me? Wow. Now that person isn't on. This is not working out for me. Ah. That is not what we want. Okay, I'll give you everyone out there a choice. That never works well. I'm gonna choose for you. I don't care. We're gonna go hang out with another food streamer tonight. Appreciate everyone joining in tonight. I will be back tomorrow, maybe with more steak, but we're gonna be definitely doing pickling tomorrow night. All sorts of pickling. Gonna do several different things. It's largely going to be dependent on what I find at the supermarket, or not the supermarket, the farmer's market tomorrow. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up anything, even though I went to one today. But going to be pickling all sorts of stuff, hopefully for our summer stuff here. And I hope you come and join me for that tomorrow. And then we'll be back here, obviously, on Wednesday with, back here Wednesday with either cheese or mushrooms. That should be an interesting dessert night. And I've forgotten who I was planning on. Oh. I'm going to send you all off to hang out with Kitchen Confidence. Lovely food and drink streamer. I've rated him several times here in the past. Great character. Always doing fun, easy, practical foods. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you for joining me. Hope to see you back here again tomorrow.